Today I show you an unboxing of the MSI Ventus RTX 5080, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and I want to show you what's inside this box. Before that, I'll have a bit of my coffee. I already had some coffee and okay, now I'm ready. Okay, so this is the MSI Ventus. Okay. Okay, so that's the Amazon. This is the GeForce RTX 5080 made by MSI. This is the Ventus or Ventus version. So I scratched the box a little bit when I was opening the box from here, but it also looked like it had a bit of kind of a damage there. Not sure. Okay, so 3 fans, some cutting-edge GPU. This is the 5080. From what I know, only 5090 is better than that, but maybe the AMD graphics cards will be better, some of them than this one. Some specifications here. Here's some information, installation guide. Okay, that's good. GeForce RTX 5080, 16 GB GDDR7 VRAM, 256-bit memory bus, and display port, and 1 HDMI. So it has 3 display ports, but 1 HDMI. Okay. There's more fingerprint. Someone was, it feels a bit like glue, kind of. No, I smell it. I think it's glue someone was using when they were assembling it or when they were packing it. And here also. Okay, the glue graphics card. There is also some information here. The serial number for the graphics card, barcode, even authorized resellers information and support information, and some ambiental label or something. Okay. And this is this side. And also some information here. Okay. I think this is, it's time to open it. Okay, I'll open the box, and it doesn't seem to be any seal here, so just open it. And then lift. Okay. Cardboard with a code. It's pretty tough. Okay, so in the box we have another box. There's a box inside the box. Okay. This is some kind of accessories box. I will get to that later. Okay, let's see. Okay. Two important things here. This is the power cable. And I like that they have this yellow material on the cable itself. So you know if you didn't plug it in all the way. This is a usual big problem when this cable is not plugged in all the way. It's going to cause damage, burning. Some kind of a stand for the graphics card so it's not falling. That's the code to replace it. Unlock it. Okay. And then lock it. and here it's soft. It's also, the base is metallic here. The top is not metallic. Top is not metallic, also soft cushioning. This is for installing it in the computer later. This is the power cable, and this is important. You have to read this very carefully. Make sure you align the power connector to the socket before plugging it in, and ensure the connector clicks into place. This is important, clicks into place. Using force of any kind of bending might cause damage to the delicate connector pins, because there are so many. It's really tiny. There's so many. I don't know why they had to use these connectors. I mean, make it bigger at least. That's the minimum distance you're allowed to bend the cables before the connector. So 25mm to 40mm you are allowed to bend the cables. Before that you keep them kind of straight. That's 20mm is 2 to 4 centimeters, so it's not that bad. The cable should look like this and not like this. If you see any yellow, it means you didn't plug it well, so that's very important right there. And use 3 individual PCIe cables from the power supply. Don't use this when they are like 2 cables on one end that plugs in on one place on the power supply. You need to have 3 individual cables. And I actually bought a PCIe cable for this purpose some time ago, and it's already installed on the computer. It was waiting for this day. So these are the warnings for this. I'll show you this cable. Oh, I like it, opens easily. Very solid. So you have 3 PCIe graphics card connectors, and then there is this one. I can't remember how this one is called. I think it's ATX3, or I will put in the description the name of this cable, but it doesn't really matter. They are supplied. The MSI gives you this cable, and it has a locking. You can unlock it by pressing and pulling first. The graphics card. Okay. My current graphics card is RTX 2060 Asus Dual, so you can imagine that I'm pretty excited to open the RTX 5080. Okay. Before doing this, the graphics card is in an anti-static bag for its protection there, so you don't touch it and it shocks it a little bit, you know, the static electricity. Especially now it's in the winter, the air is a bit dry, so you might, if you feel like when you touch someone and you shock them or they shock you, that's static electricity, and it could damage actually the electronic components in even the graphics card like this. Maybe these days they have more protections for that, but just in case, touch the computer case. So I'll touch the computer case with 2 hands, both hands. I touched the computer case, the metal part, and the computer is plugged into the wall, to the socket. So the grounding on the flat here is going to the computer case and then to my hand. So any static electricity I had on myself should be dissipated. Now it should be gone. And also you can touch the actual bag. This bag is also a bit conductive. Now we're ready. Okay, this is the graphics card, and there is even some kind of paperwork. So this foam insert. Okay, I wanna see what's here. What's this information here? I wanna see maybe there's something useful. Probably no. Disclaimers, conformity. Yeah. This one is good. This is the quick installation guide. Let's see this one. The package content, you have the graphics card and the paper, but you also have those other things, so this is kind of skipping some things. Also QR code if you want to get the PDF, and you need a screwdriver. Okay. Package contents. Oh, the smell is nice. I like the smell of this printed paper. Okay, so installation. Okay, so we have, this is the package content, system requirements. You need Windows, but you can do this with Linux also. Yeah, if you didn't have a graphics card before, you need to remove one of these, two actually of these covers for the PCIe slots. Remove the panel, remove two of these covers. It takes 2.5 PCIe slots. Insert it in the PCIe, make sure this clicks. Then insert the screw. There is no screw provided with the graphics card, but the case, if you have a new case, it will have screws, from what I know. But I already have a graphics card, so I will reuse the screw, the existing screw. Make sure the power cable is plugged in properly. So these are different options. I don't know, it depends on different graphics cards. Plug in your screen to the graphics card, to HDMI or DisplayPort. Here they have some really old instructions. And again, information in text like that. And many languages, multiple languages. Okay, this is the graphics card and I'm ready to remove it from the anti-static bag. You should really not remove the graphics card from the anti-static bag until you're ready to install it, but I will take it out of the bag just to show you. And also I'm careful not to touch any parts that are electronic. Here this is some sticker like that. Whatever you do, make sure you don't drop this. It's also a good idea to use the anti-static bag as a mat for it, so it doesn't seem too much bigger than the previous one. I have the RTX 2060 and I saw a few models of graphics card that were even 3.5 slots. This one is 2 PCIe slots and a half a bit, and here it has HDMI and 3 display ports. So these are the ports of the graphics card. I will actually put this back. I have 2 screens here and they are both HDMI, so I would have liked it if it was 2 HDMI ports and 2 DVI ports, DVI display port. But I have adapters to convert one of the display ports to HDMI for the screen to work. And that's the 3 fans, not too big. I don't know, they keep saying, I see when in comments in previous graphics card, not to spin these fans, but I don't really spin them too much, just a little bit, it's nothing. Supposedly they generate some electricity when you spin them like that, but we're not making any lot of spinning here. And this is the back of the graphics card. That's some information there. RTX 5080 serial number. It has all these stickers on it that need to be removed, and also there is the PCIe slot. When you buy a graphics card, the first thing you look at is this. It has to be perfect. No cracks, no bend, no anything. If there is any problem with this PCIe slot, you return it where you got it from. And this looks okay. And you can see from inside there seems to be like a black spot here, like a defect. Maybe it's from this cover. I don't know. So this is the graphics card. This is how you get it. what you expect to receive is not too large, so it fits. Also, this is the connector, 12-pin connector. Actually, it has a few extra sensing pins, and the cable they provided needs to go into this thing here, and should be something like that. So I'll try to insert it now just to show you. Okay, you have these pins here, they go into that one there. So I did a click. Also, when I was inserting it, I had the graphics card on this corner here. So this part was supporting the weight, not the PCIe slot. And there is no yellow. You don't see any yellow. That's how it's supposed to be installed. After you install your graphics card, you make sure this connector doesn't show any yellow like this. So I pulled a bit the cable to show you. And if you want to remove it, you have to press on this pin, this tab, and wiggle it out. But you see that yellow? You should not see that. It should be like this. It should be like this, no yellow, and this should click. It's a very fine click. So I'm pulling it. Okay, now it's out. It's a bit difficult to remove it. This is the hardest part of this install. If you're going to install this, getting this right is the hardest part. And after you install it, make sure you check this cable to make sure it's seated all the way. I like that they put the yellow here, so it's easier to tell. Okay. Okay, pretty basic plastic smell test. Smells like, the front here smells like electronics, and the top here smells like power supply. The fans are spinning. Okay, all that out of the way. I'll make the installation video as a separate video. This is to show you the package contents, and that one will be just a computer. I don't have a really new computer, but it will work, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Power supply should be 850 watts minimum. 1000 watts should be recommended, really. I have a 850 watts power supply, and I hope it works. If it doesn't, I will reduce the voltage to make it work at lower speeds. Thanks for watching.